Give me some more insights on how somebody that wants to be a phenomenal salesperson, what could they do? Are there gambits? Are there strategies? Are there techniques? Are there things that they could immediately implement?
I'll come to that. I want to add one thing onto what you said before, because I love that topic. And it's a phrase that I've used many times in training, which you said, hey, if you're around someone and they make you feel like you like yourself more, that's a huge anchor. And I've always used the phrase, I'm sure you've heard of it, and it says, I am not what I think I am or who I think I am. I am not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am. And I think that's such a great way to explain it, that you're
with one caveat to you, because it doesn't matter who we think we are. You're right, 100%, doesn't matter. What matters is who do they think we are? And I think the addition to that is, to myself and to yourself, we are what we think, right? To the outside world, though, they base their judgment of us on what we do. Except what we do is also based on what we think. So what they think of us is always based on what we think of ourselves.
Yep. And that ties very much into sales, where a salesperson says something fancy, but they're behaving in a completely different way. I think another thing that salespeople and sales trainers get wrong is undermining and diminishing the general level of intelligence of most people. Now, most people might not be able to articulate it, but they feel it. Like, they feel when you're showing up authentically or inauthentically. And a lot of bad sales trainers or even salespeople underestimate that. They think, if I say the right thing in the right way, the prospect's not going to know. It's like, yeah, they are going to know. They're going to know if that's coming from a place of genuine power or from a place of disingenuous force. You're trying to use a gambit or use a tactic. The other thing I wanted to add in, and you were talking about, my appearance or my voice, and that's an interesting story because my voice changed. And my voice changed quite substantially when I started thinking about the things that I think about. And as you said, the things you think about becomes the things you talk about, and the things you talk about becomes the things that you do. My voice was much more higher pitched and much more airy. There was a lot less density to it when I used to say things that weren't my own words. I used to read something, I used to absorb it, and I used to recite it. And the communication of lessons that aren't your own is never going to have as much power behind the expression or as much amplification behind it. And I think that's a natural defense mechanism, that you shouldn't be out there on your soapbox talking about things that you haven't experienced. You're just saying them because someone else said it and it sounds right. Carl Jung called it unearned wisdom. In other words, if you're taking wisdom that you haven't actually learned through experience, you're going to have some type of repression or suppression in your ability to communicate it. And so my voice changed a lot when I started to think about my own opinions, my own thoughts. What do you think about that?
100%. I love it. I've been on the air for about 4 weeks and a couple of days now. This is episode 22, and we're on the air 5 days a week. And I will go on record as saying you're one of my top 3 broadcasts so far. I love what you're talking about. And again, you're the cornerstone of the economy.